Have you ever had that strange, quiet moment when you look around and think, if I disappeared for a while, would anyone really notice? Not in a dramatic way. Not with violins playing in the background, just a random Tuesday evening. Your phone is silent. Your message is left unseen. The room feels a little bigger than usual. It's like standing in the middle of a crowded street and realizing no one is actually looking at you. Everyone is walking fast, eyes forward, carrying their own invisible backpacks of worries. For a second, it stings. You thought someone would slow down, ask, care, and then something shifts. It's subtle, like the moment you realize the world isn't watching you as closely as you imagined. The spotlight you thought was on you, it was never there. And strangely, that realization doesn't just hurt, it frees you. We grow up believing we are the center of something. Our family's expectations, our friends' opinions. The invisible audience in our heads, psychologists call this the spotlight effect. The tendency to overestimate how much others notice and evaluate us. Research shows most people are far too busy thinking about themselves to think about us for long. Think about it. Remember that embarrassing thing you said 3 years ago? You replay it sometimes, don't you? But can you clearly remember someone else's awkward moment from that same week? Exactly. Our brains are wired to protect our own social survival. Evolution favored people who paid attention to their own standing in the group. So we assume everyone else is scanning us just as closely. But they're not. Your coworker is worried about their deadlines. Your friend is overthinking their own text message. The stranger scrolling past your photo is already thinking about dinner. So when you realize no one cares, it's not that you are unloved, it's that everyone is carrying their own weather system inside. And suddenly, the pressure to perform softens. So what do you do with this realization? First, pause before turning it into a story about your worth. No one cares is often a distortion. What's more accurate is, people care, but not constantly, not obsessively, and that's human. Second, redirect your energy. If no one is watching as closely as you feared, what would you try? Would you speak up more? Dress how you like, start the project you've been postponing. The absence of the spotlight is an opportunity. Third, choose intentional connection instead of silent expectation. Instead of waiting for someone to notice you're struggling, say it gently. Hey, I've been feeling a bit off lately. Most people respond better to clarity than to guessing games. Fourth, build a smaller circle of depth rather than chasing wide approval. Research on belonging shows that a few meaningful relationships impact well-being more than large networks of shallow attention. Finally, practice being the one who cares, including about yourself. Ironically, when you stop chasing validation, your presence becomes calmer, more grounded, less hungry, and people feel that. The day you realize no one cares about you the way you imagined. The sky doesn't fall, it widens. You are no longer performing on a stage that never existed. You are walking through a field with no audience, no script, no critics hiding in the dark. Just you, breathing. There is a quiet dignity in that. Because if no one is tracking your every move, you are free to become softer, stranger, braver. You are free to fail without headlines, to grow without applause, and maybe the real shift is this. When you stop trying to be seen by everyone, you finally start seeing yourself, not through their eyes, but through your own. And that is where everything changes.